Hey everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live, presented to you by Van City Experts Real Estate. I am your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Tuesday night, November the 5th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Hope you are all well on this Tuesday night. There's a lot going on. The Canucks defeat the Anaheim Ducks easily by a score of 5-1. And I love what Irvin says you got to bank these winnable games. And I completely agree with him. Warning, we're going to let, if you want to type in about the U.S. election, you can, but I'm not going to address it. And if you continue to talk about the U.S. election, just be warned that if it's too much, the moderators, I trust you. Like it's you know what? It's fine. Unless someone says something completely offensive, it's fine because I'll address it for you like a couple minutes. So I'll do my regular show opening. I'll talk about my bowling very quickly because there's not much to tell you about it. Spoiler alert. I'll acknowledge that there was a U.S. election today, and then we will go from there. So John, that's your warning. I've seen you talk about Trump. 2 messages already. That's good. We've seen it. I've acknowledged it. No more, John, or else we will boot you to the side. I do like this, though. Ricky, make the CCC great again. Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying that it wasn't great for a while, Ricky? What's going on here? Okay, there. That's better. That's better, John. Pepsi 2024. Make Pepsi great again. Moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, as legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you are watching from. Mine can end 2024. Oh, man. Whether you're in my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston, in Richmond, in the city, Lower Mainland, province, country, continent, or around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be watching anyone else, doing anything else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you are here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, and I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved in the show tonight. It's the same stuff as always, but I got to remind you, you can subscribe to the channel so you get active in the chat section and get notified of my videos. You can like the video. There are 41 watching on YouTube, another 15 watching on X. We need some more likes. 14 likes. Like the fact that the Canucks won tonight. Like the fact that we are building a great community. Like the fact that Quinn Hughes has 300 assists. And like the fact that Petey got credited with a goal. Time Capital, thank you. I'll get to that in a second. That's amazing. You can leave a donation, a massive donation like Time Capital just did. Thank you, brother. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. Remember, Tuesday nights, always my 40-minute, can't go any longer because that's enough time to download the show, then upload it to Spotify, and then get out the door because I am at my church by midnight. But let's get going. A massive donation from Time Capital to start us off. Let's give Time Capital some love in the chat. A massive $28 donation from Time Capital. Thank you, Time Capital. It says huge win. Let's go, boys. Get hype in the chat. Once again, for my winnings from the Canucks. So I don't know how much you bet on this team. I'm sure the odds were only 1.3, 1.4 if you bet straight, but it's still a win. And I figure I was kind of doing the math. If you bet on the Canucks every game, and acknowledging that sometimes they're going to be favorites and you're only going to make 1.3, 1.4, if the Canucks win, 15 or 20 games over 500, you should still make up for any games that you lose throughout the season. That's my guess, at least. Doesn't matter. I don't do sports betting, but I guess Time Capital does. So Time Capital, thank you very much for the donation. Let's give Time Capital some love in the chat. Swervin Irvin's being very honest that he's blocked someone in the past and now he doesn't know how to unblock them. Don't you right click? Actually, I don't know because I have never blocked someone, so I don't know how to unblock someone. But Time Capital, thank you. And let's give some love to Time Capital in the chat for sure. Daz Money says, you know the betting lingo. I didn't know you got it. Well, I used to dabble a little bit and I see it all the time on my TV. So I get like odds at least, but I don't get parlays. I've never done I don't get any of that stuff. I just understand odds, I guess. Maybe that's the best way to put it. But thank you, Daz Money. What's wrong with Adam? I want to check. Oh, Dravakian says, oh no. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear, Adam, Dravakian, if things are not going well, but hopefully we can catch up a little bit. And I'm not sure when you're talking about subscription, if you're talking about subscription to this channel, would hate to lose you, but you have to take care of what you need to take care of. I had a feeling once you said straight bet. No, so Daz Money, you had a feeling that I do know what I'm talking about. You had a feeling that I have no clue what I'm talking about. And just for this channel, no problem, Adam. And Time Capital for you. Bam! How's that? Time Capital. I think I just hurt myself by doing that. And I probably broke all your ears. But yes, that donation and the Canucks win and the fact that Anula's here, all those things deserve that big bam. Okay, really quickly, very quickly. They say if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I'm talking about the bowling, not the election. I sucked tonight. This was my worst outing of the season. This is week number 8. Easily my worst. I only averaged 140. You guys, this is pathetic. My games were 118, 181, 148, and 114. I averaged 140. Needless to say, I got skunked. I lost all 4 games, so obviously I lost total. So I contributed 0 to my team. Our middle guy got 4 points. Our anchor guy got 5 points. So they did their job, and then we only won 1 game out of total, and then we didn't win total, obviously. So we only got 13 points tonight. So we had 29 last week, but we only had 13 this week. So we're sitting at 42 points for 58 against. So we're in the bottom half of the standings, and I just didn't have it. Now I will say this, and I texted my guys, my teammates, because I felt bad. I did aggravate my hip last week, or actually on the weekend. I had to jump to get something off a top shelf, and when I landed funny, and I know my hips still aren't strong. They're kind of misaligned because of 1 year being off of my left leg. So it certainly was bothering me today, but I didn't want to use that as an excuse because I thought I could play through it. So here's my connection to the Canucks, you guys. If PD started the season with a bit of tendonitis, if PD was not 100%, I'm not making $11.6 million, but I kind of see how it can affect your performance. And even a little small thing is me bowling 4 games over 2 hours, or him, high level athlete making $12 million a year. I can see when you're not 100%, sometimes things just don't feel right. So that's my way of making myself feel better about my horrible bowling. And that's my way connected to the Vancouver Canucks. Okay. The other thing I was going to acknowledge is the election. I know some media outlets are calling it as a win for Trump. Others are not saying that just yet, but that's the way it's going. And I'm not surprised, and I'm not going to at all hint if this is what the result that I wanted for the United States. Obviously, no matter who won, it'll affect the United States because that's their leader, and then it'll have a trickle effect on Canada as well. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about the election, because we have more, I wouldn't say more important, but more relevant things to talk about. And that is this Vancouver Canucks game. Clay is worth $11.6 as a bowler. I will take bowling advice on another show, but not tonight. Oh yes, it's the Canucks and Kings, 2 of the top teams in the Pacific Division, BC. And by the way, Shirley Temple, in case anyone was asking, back to the Shirley Temple. And just a public service announcement, whoever, it was Irvin, how to unblock someone. Go to your YouTube settings, click where it says private, then you will see block contacts. Click that, and then click on the profile. Thank you, Evil Twin. Irvin, I hope you heard that. 11.6 baller. I'm not going to put highlight any more election type messages, even if you're my main sponsor. Okay. Yeah, but you can all read what Jason Lim had to say. All right. Enough of that. Let me do 15 minutes of talking about the game. Then I'll do 15 minutes of your questions. And that's the rest of the 30 minutes for the 40-minute show. So let's break down this game. The Canucks basically won a game that they should have won, and they did win it. So we go through, remember, we use the goal visualizer for all these goals. Just do it once because we got to move on. So a power play goal, basically at the start of the power play, the Ducks take control. It gets all the way from McTavish there to Terry to Zellweger, not Renee Zellweger, Owen Zellweger. He shoots it in kind of straight in. It just goes past Lankinen on his glove side. I don't think he was screened, but it goes straight in. And the Ducks are up 1-0 just 5 minutes in. I'm watching this while I'm bowling. Remember, no sound when I'm bowling. Maybe I should have just not bowled and watched the game. Okay, there was a screen. Sorry. 23, McTavish was right in front of the net. But yeah, go straight in, beats Lankinen. Then power play goal for the Vancouver Canucks. Great play here by Hughes. Hughes, you'll see ultimately he gets back to him at the point, right from Miller back to Hughes. Shoots it almost going wide so Besser can deflect it past Dostal, and a great goal, 1-1 now after Besser's power play goal. Then I love this play. Heinen makes a beautiful play down here, just a quick cut around the defender, and now it's a 3-on-2. Sherwood to Brandstrom of all people, back to Sherwood. Remember, mark my words, Sherwood will be in the Canucks top 6 by Christmas. That is my one hot take of the season. Kiefer Sherwood's going to be in the Canucks top 6 by Christmas. Heck, couldn't you see him playing with Petey and a Suter, or Petey and someone, and then you can go Garland, Joshua, and Bluger on the third line. Just something to think about for sure. Then the goal from Petey that no one knew was Petey. So Garland comes in. Petey has a great chance in the slot, and what I love about this is Petey stays there. He stays in front of Dostal. Hughes winds up with a wrist shot, and I've watched this replay 5 or 6 times. And I'm going to talk about this in my goal breakdown that I'll record once I get home from church. I still don't see how Petey tipped this. Like I want Petey to score. Remember, I just compare myself to Petey in my bowling analogy. But did the puck even change direction? I did not see it. But someone tell me, can someone equivocally tell me that they know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that Petey deflected it? Or did it just go straight in? I don't know. But I guess the end result is Petey gets a goal, and then Hughes gets one of his 3 assists. So let me know, you guys, if you actually saw for sure that Petey deflected it, because Petey didn't even say anything when they went to congratulate each other, hug after the goal. And Hughes definitely was the first one at the bench for all of the stick taps. So Daz Money says there must be another angle. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay, then Jake DeBrusk. This is a deflection that I did see. This one is Hughes up to Besser at the top of the, you see Besser going right now, slap shot, one-timer, boom, and DeBrusk tips it. DeBrusk and Miller were in front of the net. They both stick their sticks out, but it was DeBrusk, and Miller even pointed to DeBrusk right away. So where there was a little mystery around Petey's goal, no one pointed to Petey and saying it was his goal. Miller was right away showing, they showed him pointing at DeBrusk. So Fangirl says the NHL website took a while to change it to Petey's goal. Yes, I was aware of that. The broadcast, I believe, talked about it before the NHL did. Viper, they didn't know if it was Petey, if it went off the glove. Carol, I thought it went straight in, but when they showed it again, they showed Petey tipped it. Awesome. And Sherwood was a scorer at that was his career. Very good. Very good. Then the last goal of the game. I'm really glad that Heinen got this goal. So some good work from Bluger. There's 7 Canucks on the ice there for a second. Then Sherwood gets a shot blocked. But I love this play from Sherwood, especially with 2 minutes to go. Sherwood could have easily taken that shot on his own, not even being greedy. He had a good look, but who had an even better look? Danton Heinen. So you just watch this again. Danton Heinen going to the net. Sherwood block back to him, and then instead of shooting himself, gives it to Heinen. Very unselfish play by Kiefer Sherwood. And there we go. Hey, Rev Trev. Yes, the Canucks destroyed the Ducks. We love to see it happen. So there's a quick look at all 6 goals using the Edge Goal Visualizer. I will go to church at midnight, come back, be home by 10 after 1, and then I will do my, much to the chagrin of my family, I will do my goal breakdown once I get home. So once you wake up tomorrow morning, you will be able to see it. Okay, let's look at the box score. Look at this. 8 of the 12 forwards had a point. The only ones not to were Hoglander, Suter, Ratu, and Sprong. So the fourth line did not factor in for a goal. And of course, led on the forwards by 2 points each from Besser, Heinen, and Sherwood. Ice time, Ratu basically played 10 minutes. Everyone else, the high man was Garland at 20 minutes. Wow, good for him. And then everyone else somewhere in between. Not bad for a road game. Maybe like to see the fourth line. No, Sprong got 13 minutes. So it's not like the fourth line didn't get minutes. And then you look at the hits, and Ratu in only 10 minutes had 5 hits. Sherwood, what's wrong with him? Only had 3 hits. He's slipping. Hoglander had 4, which is very, very good. Then you look at the faceoffs. JT Miller with 69%. And look at Ratu. He went 7 for 9, 7 and 2 in the faceoff circle. Of course, we have to talk about Quinn Hughes. Unbelievable. The third fastest player in NHL history to get to 300 assists. The third fastest defenseman. Only behind Bobby Orr and Brian Leetch. Bobby Orr considered the best defenseman of all time. Brian Leetch, one of the best for sure. And ahead of Paul Coffey. Now, Cale Makar may actually reach it before Hughes, but that's fine. I'm fine with Hughes being like 4th in history, fastest 300 assists. But right now, he is 3rd. And he only had to play 21 minutes tonight, which is same as Hronek, almost exactly, and Myers. And then even Brandstrom had 16 and Desharnais had 16. So Brandstrom had that nice assist to Sherwood. And then you look, Susie had 3 shots, Hughes had 3 shots, and then no one had a lot of hits, but that's fine. By the way, Pettersson had 5 shots right here, 6 shots now because they credit the goal to him. 6 shots on 8 or 9 attempts. So that's what we want to see. We don't want to see 0.5 or 1 shot a game. We want to see 1.5 to 2 shots a game. So 6 shots, I will take that. Kevin Lankinen, solid once again. Only 1 goal beats him. 955 save percentage. The guy's awesome. This is a game that the Canucks should have won, and they dominated. 37-22 shots on goal, 54% in the faceoff circle, thanks to Ratu. Power play, both teams scored, so not a huge difference in the game. So penalty minutes were relatively even. Hits were a very low hitting game. Anaheim is just a very low event team. Not a lot of goals, not a lot of shots. What does Anaheim do well? Okay, they block shots well, 19 block shots. So there we go. Easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy, but definitely the Canucks were for full value for the win. Now, let's look a little bit at the other scores in the NHL. And the Sabres whip the Senators. A little bit surprised there. The Maple Leafs defeat the Bruins 4-0. We had the Flames in our Pacific Division taking the overtime win over Montreal. Montreal had the lead late in that game. Hurricanes, this team is a juggernaut this year. They beat the Flyers. Everyone beats the Flyers. Well, we didn't actually once. Islanders beat Pittsburgh in a shootout. Then Blues, they've had a surprising start. They're flirting with 500. Kings, like the Wild are really good. Kings have been really good. So maybe we have to adjust our expectations, or maybe you had expectations. I know BC did, but maybe you have expectations that the Kings are going to be atop the division. The Jets, Connor Hellebuyck, great for my fantasy team. I'm winning that league, by the way. Another shutout. We had the Avalanche. I think McKinnon had 5 and Makar had 3, if I'm not mistaken. They take care of the Kraken. Look at this. Beautiful. 5-1. So when it was 4-1 Canucks, I actually thought I might get my 4-2 score prediction, but it was the Canucks that scored the 6th goal of the game, not the Ducks. And the Sharks, man, they've won 4 of their last 5. The only team to beat the Sharks was us. Aren't we lucky? The Sharks get past the Blue Jackets. Now, the standings. LA has 19-14. Vegas has 17-12. We have 15-11. Then the rest goes. Calgary's tied with us, but they play 2 more games. So remember, there's 2 ways that you can figure out how many games over 500. You go wins minus losses. Forget about overtimes because you get a point for that. So 6 minus 2, 4. We are 4 games over 500. Or you go points, 15 minus games played, 11. 15 minus 11 is also 4. Regardless, we are 4 games over 500. That means, so 15 divided by 11. 15 divided by 11 times 82. We are now at a 112-point pace. So we are ahead of last year's pace. Then we look at the league itself. Don't have to worry about the conference just yet. In terms of points, we are tied for 11th, but we've only played 11 games, although Carolina, Rangers, and Washington have as well. So they are a bit better than us. But when you look at points percentage, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are the 8th place team. So we're a top 10 team in the league right now. Finally, we are Now we play 11 games. So we're 6-2-2 in our last 11. That's the 4 games over 500. And we're on a 2-game winning streak. Finally, we'll look at the stats for the Canucks. Hughes with the 3 assists actually goes above a point per game. So he's got 12 and 11. Brock has 11 and 11, which is nice. Miller's right there. Same with Garland at 10-11. Then a bit of a drop off. Sherwood, Bluger, Heinen, DeBrusk, Suter, Pettersson tied with Hoglander and Suter at 5 points in 11 games. But I think this is a really good example of a game where you don't just look at the stat sheet, because imagine if they don't give him that tip goal, right? Imagine if they don't give him that third Canucks goal, then we would look at a game where he had no goals, no assists, 6 shots on goal. And you might say, well, another, 0 for game for PD. But you saw he was dangerous. He was dangerous in the slot. His line was playing very well. And I'm really glad that he was awarded with that goal. So I'm not looking for participation ribbons or sympathy votes. I just think that PD was coming on, then he dropped off a little bit, and I think he's coming on again. So hopefully he comes up big against a much tougher team in LA on Thursday night. So there's my quick recap. I will do my my mid-show sponsor read, and then I'll turn it over to you for the last 15 minutes of the show. So when we start off our mid-show sponsor read, we must always start with our primary sponsor, and that is Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the Greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Also, thank you to Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. Use the link coachpatrickliu.com/clay and receive a free 5-day workout when you sign up. Thank you to Gassy J Art Maker, that fine artwork. And thank you to Vessi Footwear. Use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Don't forget, you get involved by subscribing, by liking the video, by leaving a donation like Time Capital did, getting that donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, make sure you rate and review. You can buy Canuck Clay merch, canuckclay.threadless.com. Check it out and rep your favorite YouTuber. Oh, I might not be your favorite. I'm my own favorite. So rep Canuck Clay wherever you go. And don't forget, the shows this week are Canucks After Dark is tomorrow night. Remember, we didn't do it last night because Parker had no power. There's some alliteration, Parker power. And then tonight, I don't know. He seemed busy. It would have been tight actually with me getting back from bowling. And I don't know. I've had an hour to calm myself. So tomorrow night will be Canucks After Dark. We can recap this game, look ahead to the Kings game, look ahead to the 6-game homestand. So that's tomorrow. And then I'll do my show at 11:15. And then Thursday will be my own show at 11. The game's a half an hour later. I believe it's a 7:30 start. So it'll end around 10:15. Then you just got to kill about half an hour to 45 minutes and then join me at 11 on Thursday. All right. Last 15 minutes are all yours. So question, if I fall behind, I'll go questions only, but I'll try and read as many comments as I can. Can the Canucks play this good at home? Yeah, they should. There aren't a lot of strong teams, and I'll preview that homestand on Thursday night. Did I see BX and his son Cole were in attendance? It was awesome to see them support both teams. No jerseys. They probably didn't care who won tonight. Yeah. And I didn't have the sound on, but I did see the Sportsnet broadcast pan to him in the crowd. Canucks will win their fair share of home games. The fact they're winning on the road like last season is huge. I agree. The Canucks got to get their home record straightened out. They got to be able to figure out how to win a game that's goes to extra time, but a lot of time to get that going. Hey, Clay, what do you think about his face? Whose face? BC Lions said that they got knocked out. I guess that team, that was very disappointing on a year that the Grey Cup is here. But the Canucks, the Lions simply weren't that good. Last minute of the game, Canucks fans were just chanting, "Go Canucks, go." Sweet, sweet, sweet. Hello, Unpaid. What will it take for you to surprise stream again this Saturday? What will it take? Well, Friday night, I'm going to the Usher concert. I'm not serving as an usher. I'm going to the Usher concert. Saturday. Oh, it might be tough because I'm going to the. Sorry, I had a brain fart. I'm going to the game. I was saying, what am I doing Saturday night? No, I'm going to the game on Saturday night. Not sure if I'm going to see McDavid. If I do a stream, we'll see, because it is a long weekend. It's not like I have anything to do on Sunday the 10th, and then we have Monday the 11th off. I'll see, Irvin. Maybe, if the Canucks lose, I definitely not going to do a stream. If the Canucks win, I'll just kind of see what kind of mood I'm in, what kind of mood my wife Gail's in, what kind of mood the family's in, and we'll go from there. Thank you for asking, though. I presume you're asking because you want to see it, not because you don't want me to do it. I watched a compilation of PD goals last year, and it seems the difference this year is that he holds the puck a half beat past the moment when he should be shooting it. What do you see? Yeah, I think it's overall confidence, and it manifests itself in not shooting, overthinking. So I would agree with you, Irvin. Canucks are going to be so deep when Joshua comes back. Yeah, I'd love to know. Like, I don't think you break up that third line, right? Of Kiefer Sherwood, Danton Heinen, and Teddy Blueger. They're playing so well. So I actually think, like, Ratu was fine, but I think you're much stronger. And Suter, he wasn't as productive today. I think you put Joshua with Garland and Petey. Then I keep the third line. I drop Suter down the fourth line, sit out Ratu, and put Suter with Sprong and Hoglander. That's what I would do. Fast food or cook it at home? I can't cook. So I guess if it was just me, fast food. If my wife's cooking, we'll go cook at home. I know who John Jones is. I don't know who Milovic is, so I can't answer. What do you think of DeBrusk scoring goals? I think it's great. He kind of joked around, Harry, that he doesn't get going until November, and it's looking like it's the truth. 2 goals in the last 2 games. 11 million a year is pressure. I agree. How relieved are you that the JT Miller trade for Byron Newhook fell through? If it was just Miller for Byron Newhook, I'm glad. If there are other pieces, I know Dollywall said it revolved around Byron Newhook. So who knows? If they threw in a third asset, though, then maybe you take another look at it. But no, I'm happy. Obviously, hindsight's always 20/20, but I'm happy that trade did not materialize. Do you think Kessler retires a Canuck? Seems like he was on the ice for charity. Yeah, I guess he was even more connected than Edler was, although he didn't leave as acrimoniously as Edler did. That's a good question. Maybe I put the odds at 50-50. I know he was really touched when they recognized him. Was it last season or 2 seasons ago? I don't like rock music, so Dan, I don't have a favorite. When you go to church tonight, do you dress up in a suit? No, I just I'm wearing shorts right now, so I put on track pants. I'll put a hoodie on, and that's it, because I'm praying for an hour in the chapel, so I want to be comfortable. Hey, G-Van, no, Rick Tocchet would not commit to this. I actually kind of think, given how well the Canucks played tonight, I wonder if you don't tinker with the lineup and you save Joshua for the homestand. Imagine Joshua's first game being Edmonton on Saturday night. So Rick Tocchet wouldn't commit to it. Do I like thrift stores? Yeah, they're fine, but I don't often shop at them. I do drop off stuff for them. Watched an EP40 video from last year. Want a refund? Yes, third fastest defenseman. Favorite Usher song? I like My Boo with Alicia Keys. I don't know if they will do that at the concert, given that Alicia Keys probably won't be there. Now that we've got a full season, almost 2 without Horvat, do you think the Canucks won or lost the trade? I guess if you're thinking that Horvat turned into Ratu and Hronik, then I'm happy with it. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Is that too simplistic, or is that basically when you swap out trades and picks and futures? Is that basically what it comes down to? It was Horvat for Ratu and a pick, and that pick helped become Philip Hronik. That seems a little simplistic, right? But if it's Horvat for Ratu and Hronik, I take it. Canucks and Taylor Swift will play on the same day at the same time on December 6th. That location will be a total gong show. Yeah, December 6th is Columbus Blue Jackets, right? Maybe I don't have to go to that game. Favorite TV shows? Criminal Minds. I watched that. Blacklist. So I like those kind of shows. 24 when it was on. Tell you that for free. I don't say those words, Adam, even though you only use the letter. Oh, it's December 8th. Is it 8th or 6th? 8th? 6th. Regardless, it's that weekend. Well, I've caught up. You guys aren't that talkative tonight. It doesn't have to be a question because I've caught up. I'll read your thoughts on the game. Give me your thoughts on the game. I didn't watch it. I I don't lie and say that I watched it. It was on at the bowling alley. Maybe I can't even say that it was because of the Canucks game that I was distracted. I just sucked tonight. Canucks scored the last time Trump won the election too. Can you guess who scored the 5 goals? Oh my, Horvat. So this is back in 14 or 15, right? Actually, my math is horrible. Was it back in 2017? Oh man. Give me Horvat, Besser, 2017. Sedins are still playing, right? And the Sedins. Tell me. That's a great question, Irvin. Tell me. Relieving to finally see a power play goal. I agree. Can you skim the duck after scoring a goal like Tiger Williams did? I could try, but I would probably spear myself in the nether regions or fall over, and you'd have to all help me up. Oh, December 6th to 8th. Is it 3 shows? Wow. Burrows times 2. Berchi. I was going to say Sven Berchi, Henrik and Eriksson. Thank you. I'm in Anaheim now. Was at the game. Sweet. Terry, tell me about your experience. That's awesome. Tell me about your experience, Terry. Arena's half empty. The 50-50 jackpot was less than $7,000. And then sometimes we blow past 200 grand in ours. That is nuts. I will not highlight Jason's Jason's comment, but you guys can all read it. Make the CCC great again. Make the Canucks great again. Finn had a duck hunt tonight and feasted on that duck. Very good. Okay, here's a question for you. Do you put Dakota Joshua in on Thursday? And who do you take out of the lineup for him? So that's my question to you. Do you put Dakota Joshua in the lineup on Thursday? And if so, who do you take out for him? In honor of the 270 electoral votes needed to win 270K views, I only have 2 videos that have that amount, and they're my 2 Seahawks songs. I'm definitely not going to ban Jason Lim for all he's done for the channel, but I will also not highlight his comments. You guys just read them. I'm laughing. Okay, Dan says Dakota Joshua in, PD out. I somehow don't think that's going to happen. Irvin says take out Jake DeBus, but he scored the last 2 games, Irvin. Yeah, Adam, I could see if you don't want to wreck the the chemistry of the second line and especially the third line, I could see Joshua starting on the 4th line and you sit, well, technically he's a left shot, so you sit Hoglander, or do you sit Sprong and put Hoglander, Joshua, 2 lefties on that line? Clay, if we keep winning, of course, it's going to be obvious that we're going to get a higher in the standings. What's your take on the Canucks versus the other teams in our division? At the start of the year, Carol, I predicted that they finished in 2nd behind Edmonton. They still might finish 2nd behind one of Vegas or the Kings. It's still so early. I think the Canucks will be top 3, and if not 2nd, but I got to stick with my prediction that I'm not sure if they're going to win the division itself. Yeah, breakaway. I was thinking about this too. Exactly. Ratu out. Suter drops down to center, the 4th line, and you can move Joshua up to play with Garland and Petey. Oh, no, it's a straw. It's not a screwdriver. I'm just kidding. I know you're talking about the drink. No, this is a Shirley Temple. I promise. It may sound like I'm drunk. Sometimes it looks like I'm drunk, but no, I'm not drunk. Sit Sprong and 2 lefties on that fourth line. Keep the lineup the same. Okay, that's fair. And save Joshua for Edmonton. I'd be in for that. DJ in, PD out. If Joshua's on the 4th line, though, should you play him with Ratu? I don't think so. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Did Jim Benning do lasting damage to his team? Well, he didn't help. Like, he drafted. Okay, let's be fair. He drafted well. Some of his free agent signings, some were okay, but his trades were not great. Hey, Mark, did you have the show Game Over tonight? I think the most underrated part of the game today was Kiefer Sherwood on puck. Obviously, his off puck play is great, but his playmaking tonight was no. Yeah, I agree, Mark. I'm not sure if you were here when I said that my hot take, which isn't that hot, but I could see him being in our top 6 by Christmas time. I just love his game. I love his speed. I think he's got great hands. He's got good hockey IQ. Obviously, he can hit all those things. Who's played with Suter before? Joshua or someone else? Yeah, Joshua. Don't forget, between Joshua and Garland, both Suter and Bluger excelled between them last season. Shirley Temple is orange juice, Sprite or 7-Up, and grenadine. Zach, awesome. Mark, glad you hope things are going well. Everyone, if you're looking for post-game shows, Game Over Vancouver is still going. Kaya May is still there, but Parker and I don't think Sam are there anymore. So it's Mark who comes to this chat often. Thank you, Mark, and a new guy named Zach as well. Yeah, that's true. Benning, a lot of trouble with Benning and the cap. That's a good point as well. Seeing on McCann, Forsling, and Gaudette. Oh, is that a tale why you shouldn't rush prospects? Yeah, Gaudette maybe not so much. Like, although he is playing well this year, but definitely McCann and Forsling. Like those are two big mistakes for sure. Doesn't the mascot travel with the team? Why doesn't the mascot? Think about it, fangirl. With an away game, you don't want the away team's mascot. It's kind of like unless it's like a championship game, that's kind of poor form. You should leave the mascot shenanigans to a home game. And a perfect example, he's not a mascot, but Crazy P is a big part of Canucks home games. I've been to Seattle with him, I've been to Vegas with him. He does not dress up as Crazy P. He doesn't bring his he doesn't bring his drum or whatever, because that's not right. You're the visiting team. So that's probably the reason why. Put Dakota Joshua on the second line. I often get asked if I'm drunk or high whenever I speak. Jay, that's not nice. I like speaking with you, Jay. When I brought you on that member stream, you were hilarious. You're like one of my favorites. You kept laughing because I think you're laughing at me, not with me. You tell me who makes fun of you, and I'm going to go take care of them. Somebody in orange might be the real winner tonight. Somebody in orange. What does that mean? Like literally the place orange? Oh, you mean Trump. Sorry, I'm very slow. Angus, you're right. You're American. The Canucks played fast tonight, but is that because the team they played more? Yeah, Anaheim's not good. Not very good. 70 US for 2 tickets. What? 70 total? That's amazing. Hey, Lyndon. If you talk to Neil, maybe discuss a California or New York, New Jersey trip. Yeah, great point. I'm going to reach out to him this week for sure. I'm not going to say this, but I wouldn't be surprised. Benning set the Canucks back 10 years like Trudeau set Canada back. I'll be going to Anaheim November 5. No, sorry. I'll be going to Anaheim in November for 5 days. A Ducks game is on that trip possibly. Awesome, Lyndon. Awesome. When do you think the Canucks bring up Lekaramaki? Right now, offense isn't the issue, Mark. So I don't think you bring him up just yet. But he could be too good for the AHL, honestly, by Christmas time, or by maybe when injuries pile up, or if the Canucks go through a rut, or guys get banged up, maybe it's after Christmas. But I don't think right now, because you're already bringing Dakota Joshua as a new player. So maybe it's a week. It's a few months away still. Well, hey guys, it's coming up on 11:40. I think now is a good time to end. Thank you for your great questions. Thank you for listening to me complain about my sucky bowling, and thank you for keeping the election talk to a minimum. Although some of your comments, even though I didn't highlight them, were pretty darn funny. Next show is tomorrow night, Canucks After Dark at 10. Me and Parker, and then my own show at 11:15. Next time the Canucks play is Thursday night, 7:30 start against the LA Kings, trying to sweep their 3-game California roadie. Thank you to the moderators for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Thank you to members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Andrew Chang, Hall of Fame and franchise members. Thank you for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. Shout out to my sponsors, Van City Experts Real Estate and Coach Patrick Liu, weight loss coach. And a thank you to everyone who went above and beyond tonight. And that was one, but it was a big one. Thank you to Time Capital for the very generous $28 donation. On your way out, subscribe, like the video, and you can leave a late donation. And don't forget, like I said, my next show is tomorrow night. 2 of them, Canucks After Dark with Parker at 10, then my own show at 11:15. All right, friends, I love hanging out with you guys, but this is the night where I cannot be late. So I am going to go, and I'm going to reflect on the Canucks' great win and reflect on my horrible bowling. and maybe reflect on the US as well. Stay safe. And don't forget to rate the joke out of 10. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. So there are these two fish in a tank, and one fish turns to the other fish and says, any idea how to drive this thing? God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.